usual. Hello there, and welcome to episode 131 of my series where I try to play the cities, towns and urban areas of Norway perfectly on Geoguessr. That is, to achieve a score of 25,000 points in every game. Now, today we are moving into the most populous district of the capital, Oslo, the district of Grünerløkka. Now, it has its name from a master of the Royal Mint who bought an area, I think it must have been along the river here, in 1672. And it was not part of the city. The city was pretty much, or the city borders were pretty much all down here until 1858 when the city was expanded. The city limits were put outside here, and then this area was, just before they expanded the borders of the city, there was a suburb of cheap wooden houses erected here, and the pace of building here led to the area being called New York, or New York in Norwegian. And the debate is whether it was the pace of development or the rather angular or grid-like feature of the roads that earned it the nickname New York. But anyways, most of these wooden houses are now long since gone, and quite a lot of them were consumed by fires in the 1970s and 1980s. So now there's pretty much all brick and masonry buildings. It's very much a popular area amongst younger people, particularly around Grünerløkka proper. Quite a lot of chic places with cafes and restaurants and cool places to go. And when you move up to Sinsen, you find places and old farms that were mentioned in the 1300s, before the city started growing, of course, long before the city started growing out over the old city limits. So, yeah, I've been to Grünerløkka quite a few times, and also somewhat into Rodeløkka. My father lived, let's see, where did he live? He lived somewhere. It's not that important, but he lived somewhere in this area. I can't quite recall where. But if we wind up there, I'll tell you. So yeah, I've seen quite a bit of this area, but it's been too long, like with a lot of places that I've been to in the past. It's been too long. So let's see. So Grünerløkka has about, how many? Has about 62,500 people living there. And as I said initially, it's the most populous area of the city. Let's go. Okay, let's go to Grünerløkka and the other sub-districts of the place. Right, and this should be urban through and through. No messing around with the countryside. Markveien. Okay, so that would be the Fields Road and Grüners Street. So this is the street named for the bloke who procured this mill on the river, the master of the mint. Okay, Villa Paradis. Okay, so Italian food here. That should be possible to find. That's definitely at Grüner proper, I think. So yep, here's Grüner, here's the Mark Road, here's Olaf Ryes Plass. He was a general, I believe. And we should be about here. Let's see, we're standing right where this pathway comes out. I'm a little leery of putting it over there, but let's do that. Okay, cool. Good. Next one. Okay, we've moved on slightly, I think. It's getting hillier. And, so what street is this then? Maridalsveien. Okay, Maridal is an area way, way, way up here. So if you're at Maridalsveien, it doesn't go continuously all the way down to here, does it? No. So are there two Maridalsveien in Oslo? No, no way. Valdemar Tranes gate. Okay, Valdemar Trane was one of the head figures around behind the first attempt to create workers' unions in Norway, and that happened at a rather inopportune time, as it would turn out. Kingo, he was a writer of psalms and hymns. So yeah, Mr. Valdemar Trane, he started his workers' movement around 1848, and those of you who know a bit of European history know that that was a year of revolution and counter-revolution in Europe, where pretty much a lot of revolutions happened across the continent, and opposing the old imperial orders, and the old imperial orders came down on that revolution like an absolute ton of bricks. Bjerregårds gate, some familiar names here. And yeah, Valdemar Trane, he tried, together with his fellows of, why have it Maridalsveien? His fellow, his fellows of opinion, to create workers' unions and workers' associations in the early 1850s, and that was not very popular amongst the authorities, and for his troubles he earned himself some rather lengthy prison sentences, and eventually he migrated abroad to the US, and he settled in Chicago, where he became instrumental in creating workers' unions there. So you can't take the workers' unions out of the man. Now, why? Oh, wait a minute. Here's the Maridals Road. Let's see. Can we find out where this thing ends up, and why does it go into? So is this? Oh yeah, here's Valdemar Trane. Okay, so this is where we were. So why? Okay, so right. So it's called Maridalsveien all the way, but it's got like dual names. Well, that's curious. So we were about there, weren't we? Yeah, we are here. Let's turn around. And yeah, we got this thing down there. Well, we are more or less there. Yes, there we are. Next. Oh, that's an interesting placement. So, end out of the road behind some building. And what is this? Matkroken. Okay, so that's a grocery store franchise. So is this? It says Ika as well. Now that is curious. That suggests that this is some seriously old footage, which makes this even older, because Ika, well, no, Ika has not. That's a Swedish franchise of grocery stores, and that has not been present in Norway for a few years now. Okay, so this is the Sinsen Road. Now Sinsen, the Breisjå Road, the Wide View Road, Now, Sinsen is the northern part. It's up here. But the Sinsen Road doesn't necessarily mean that we are at Sinsen, but we might be leading up to Sinsen. This is the Trondheim Road. So what's the Sinsen Road then? That's here. Inspiration. Oh, got you. So we were here. Okay, looking perpendicular. Yeah, that should be about right. Cool. Next one. This looks sort of familiar. Are we on the Trondheim Road here? Oh my word. This leads on to the fall. Ola Narr. Ola the Fool. Or the Jester. Okay, so this is the Ring 2. Takes us to Carl Berner's Square. Now, Carl Berner is... it's here. So that suggests... So if we could just find the name of the road, that would be lovely. Sarsgade. Sar was... Oh, it was either an ethnographer or an oceanologist or something like that. That's a world of difference between doing research on people and societies and here's Ola Narr. Okay, so this is the crossroads where we are right now. So let's see. Right, there's Telavåggata. I mentioned that in the previous episode somewhere, but I think we'll leave that for now. So we are here, aren't we? Yes. And the Finnmarkgata. Okay, Finnmark is the northernmost region of Norway. Right. Haslelinje. Okay, so Hasle is Hasle is here. There's quite a bit of commercial stuff here, but I don't know if Haslelinje. Well, actually, so let's see. Here we can get on to the 163 to Stovner and Økern. Okay, so the 163 is here, and that, yeah, that looks quite likely that this is where we are, doesn't it? Let's see. What do we have at Aller? That's a publisher, but and then we can get on to Tøyen from here. Well, you can if you go like so. Yes. I'm not totally convinced this is where I am. Huge parking mall. No, please don't. Let me move across this road in peace. This is a tunnel. Is that the rail? Oh, that's the railroad, right? Ah, stop that. Oh no. Come on. Yeah, that's the railroad. Now what does that leave us? No. Is this right then? No, that can't be right. So the other places where the railroad crosses, but yeah, but then we start going into the next district. Well, actually, we could be here. No. Or? Someone is quite... Urkenveien. Okay, there we go. So the Urken Road is not here. Let's make sure that we actually are in the right part of town. So Urken is up here. Here's the Urken Road. Okay. Does that... Well, we have railroads crossing here, but then we have left Grünerløkka. Now... there's something a little wrong with this because the railroad is going off to the northeast. Why is this so hard? Oh, what does it say over here? The National Tennis Facility, Oslo Gymnastics, Norwegian Automobile Association Center, and Via Nord, which is a car repair shop franchise. Excuse me. Let's see. Bryn Fire Station. So we're actually here. No, not there. Are we here then? Yeah, we were looking at that earlier, but no, we're not coming up to... What on earth is going on here? So this is Bryn Fire Station, or Fire Department. So this must be... But we're not on this road, because that's when we're running into tunnels. And there's no station here, so we must be here, on the Østensjø Road. Now if we move up here, let's see where we wind up. But then, yeah, we do wind up at a roundabout to the Intility Arena. And that's in the Valhall Arena, and that's directly south of... Great, now I lost where I was as well. No, this isn't right. Why? Wait a minute, could it, instead of being the railway, could it be the subway? I am so confused right now. No, it's more likely to be here. Now we're getting somewhere. Has it? No. Well, we've been here before, so don't tell me I got my directions all mixed up. Well, that would be a classic me. So let's see. What's the? So here's the. But what's the fire department? Is it down here? No. So here, there's the tennis thing. But have I got myself turned around 180 degrees? That would not be the first time. I actually think I might have. So that's looking to the north. Okay, maybe I should have done this way right off the bat. So that's the 163 to Stovner and Økern. And then we have this road going off to Tøyen. Now, if we could find out what this road is called. Haslelinje, I've never heard of that. I think they must be building something new here. Karvesving and the Caraway. And I have a feeling there's Haslevangen, Haslevollen. I have this eerie feeling that I'm looking at a place that has been somewhat restructured. Here's the Caraway Bend. Okay, so we've been here all the while. So why has this area confused me so much? So, so we're standing here. So why was that so hard? Oh well. Well, that took rather a lot longer than I expected. That was mainly because of that round, which was responsible for half the half the playing time. But yeah, that's a decent spread across Grünerløkka. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, there we are. Episode 131 is done. Please check in tomorrow for episode 132. Until then, bye-bye.